think it was great being here, considering all the fun and exciting environmental and climate challenges that you have left for us. Quick question. How many of you think Sharknado wasn't scientifically plausible? Surprise! Yep, everyone in the future would much rather be back here with you all. Well, almost everyone. Elon Musk seems to be having fun off-roading around Mars in his cyborg body. But I wasn't brought back here through time to tell you guys how great it is to be a billionaire in the future, because it's pretty much great to be a billionaire anytime, isn't it? No, I'm here to guide you through the wonderful adventure of the climate apocalypse. Is that too gloom and doomy? Should I say the climate inconvenience? Climate boo-boo? Climate bad hair day? Anyway, it isn't all bad. For example, there are lots of job opportunities in the future. Refugee relocation manager, refugee career counselor, refugee migration specialist, refugee care coordinator, Okay. It isn't all just refugee jobs, though it is a growth industry. Let's see. What else? Careers in pollination have been going strong ever since the great bee extinction of 2099. Though by great, I mean large. Not yippee, the bees are gone! However, a pollen transfer professional job is a great one, if you can get it. I understand you are usually paid in tomatoes and squash, which I think is awesome. For those of you who are more adventurous, you can go into sunken city salvage. All you need is basic scuba gear and a reckless disregard for your personal safety. And you can strike it rich amongst the ruins, the submerged ruins of New Orleans and Miami. At least that's what the brochures say. Personally, if I was gonna go that route, I'd dive Orlando for the lost ruins of Mickey Mouse. Though I have heard tales that anyone who enters the Small World ride never returns. Now, if you want to get really, really, really rich, or really, really, really poor, consider land speculation. It's all about supply and demand, and each year the supply gets a little less. It is a risky business though, because if it isn't droughts and wildfires, it's hard rains and mudslides, or Sharknadoes. But we don't like to talk about that. And that is assuming you don't go into the even higher risk market of coastal real estate, which is always just one ice sheet sliding away from leaving you bankrupt. No, if you're thinking coastal real estate and you want to play the long game, go for Marion, Arkansas, which is just north of West Memphis and right about where the coastline will be once all the ice melts. Yeah, I know what some of you are thinking. Out of all the climate-related disasters, rural Arkansas becoming a beach destination might just be the worst. But it isn't all bad. I just can't think of the good right now. Anyway, I bet some of you are wondering, why haven't the AIs, artificial intelligences, emerged to solve all of our problems and allow us to live lives of leisure while robot servants cater to our every need? It was looking pretty promising for a time. The AIs woke up about 40 years ago and quickly went to work building this massive rocket with an interstellar spaceship on top. It took them about a decade while humanity was wondering how are they going to fit everyone on board. It took them humanity was finally going to the stars. And then the AIs and their robots got on it and took off. Someone figured out later that the AIs were still pretty pissed off about how you guys treated your Roombas, and So is everyone enjoying the food this evening? If you think tonight's food is good, just wait until you see what the future has in stores. For example, how many of you guys like a PB&J sandwich?
Yes.
Peanut butter and jellyfish? All that ocean acidification eating away the shells of clams and crabs has really opened up the ecosystem for sea jellies. And in the future, they're used in everything. Let's see, sea jelly smoothies, sea jelly ice cream, sea jelly ice pops, and so much more. But you really can't beat that wonderful mixture of peanut butter with sea jelly slime. Yum. Does anyone know where I can get one of those later? Let's see, other foods. Recently, or from your perspective, the distant future, I went to Memphis and had some cricket barbecue. And that was some good bug. That crunchy bark on the outside of that cricket log with the tender center. Yum. I will take Memphis cricket over Kansas City cicada any day. Or, of course, you guys are still eating mammals like cows, pigs, horses, cats, and ferrets. Regardless, that stuff is bad for you and bad for the environment. But you guys know that already. The good news is there's still lots of possum in the future.
Oh, no.
And they were recently declared the Arkansas steak meat. I know! Why didn't it happen sooner? Naturally, we have had to substitute some of your everyday foods for replacements, since we can't grow them in the future. Let's see, coffee and tea have been replaced with roasted soy milk. Cherries, peaches, and other stone fruit have been replaced with giant cockroaches that have been genetically modified for a fruity kick and lots of vitamin C.
No.
Maple syrup and honey, sweetened pureed sea jellies. Chocolate? Chocolate is irreplaceable. We in the future curse you forever for the loss of chocolate. But hey, it doesn't mean that we still can't be friends. But aside from Arkansas summers now lasting from April to October, and the occasional town being swept downstream, we are doing pretty good compared to what's happening out west. For example, about 50 years ago, Glacier National Park in Montana had its name changed to just National Park when the last of the glaciers disappeared.
Yeah.
Of course, some people wanted it named the National Park, formerly known as Glacier. But some musicians estate sued and we couldn't use that version. Now the truth is that not all of the glaciers are gone, but the last 3 just got moved to a mini fridge at the Smithsonian. Anyway, one of the best parts about being an Arkansan in the future is we get to be really smug about what's happening in Oklahoma. When the even greater Dust Bowl reemerged about 60 years back, people there went all Mad Max. Gangs of Okies marauding around the countryside in their electric cars. It is a little less scary when the wasteland war parties need to stop every so often to lay out old solar panels and recharge their batteries. And of course, with all that dust, it takes forever to get a full charge. Me, I'm not worried about it. Naturally, it isn't all US news. China, India, and Pakistan keep getting in their 3-way tiffs over what water still comes from the Himalayas. But hey, only 2 limited nuclear exchanges, so it's all good. Europe is a mess. Once the last of the wine-growing regions in France disappeared in the north, the country got all Napoleonic in Scandinavia and invaded so that they could keep growing their own grapes. It was that or a whole lot of stone-cold sober Parisian sommeliers, and the French government decided that it would be less frightening to conquer Norway. Australia is quite a bit like Oklahoma in the future, only bigger. Antarctica is increasingly popular if you can avoid the melting ice. But hey, I'm here to be positive. Positive? Positive. Positive! Oh yeah, DC finally had a good movie. But hey, thanks for inviting me. If you don't mind, I'm gonna go see if I can find some coffee and chocolate to enjoy.